So a couple of days ago, we got Star Wars Insider number 237, and unfortunately for all Star Wars fans, it's almost ending in April. I think it will be the last issue, but in this issue, we're going to talk about, this time, Sam Witwer is back with new information about Maul Shadowlord, and it's kind of crazy. What can we expect from Maul Shadowlord? Because more and more after the trailer, things are coming out that I literally can't wait for this series, man. It looks like it's going to be something special, and it looks like an old friend of ours, a character from the Clone Wars itself, is possibly going to come back in this series. So let's actually dive in. And if you want more information like this, if you want more videos like this or more comics or whatever, just leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Talk to me. I really want to be engaged with you guys, with the community. Subscribe because we're going to make fantastic stuff over here. So issue number 237 revealed that Sam Witwer, he said about Maul and the new series, Maul Shadowlord, he said he's exploring who he is, and he's also thinking about his brother, Savage Opress, his first apprentice and family. Did he treat him as well as he should have, considering how loyal Savage was? No, but he's finally assessing that and realizing I failed him. So this is clearly, it looks like Maul's past with Savage Opress will have a severe impact on him in Maul Shadowlord, and it actually probably means this is why Maul will attempt to take on a new apprentice, as we see in the trailer, Devon Izara, a former Jedi Twi'lek, as we see, but this will potentially have new consequences because Maul will be more softer, more engaging with his new apprentice, something that he failed with Savage Opress. So ultimately, it's not hard to see that Maul is actually in the series trying to correct the mistakes he's made, and they will treat him more so as an anti-hero, and he will lean much more towards the center rather than an evil guy and a former Sith Lord. It's basically him facing his demons and being portrayed as a completely new character. But I mean, come on, after this news, we have to talk about, will Savage Opress make an appearance in this show now that Sam Witwer is mentioning him? If you think that's impossible, think again, because there's two possibilities. Of course, the real possibility for me is that he might come back as a vision or as a memory for Darth Maul. So even though he's not really back, Savage Opress might be back in the brain of Maul, when Maul recollects a moment that we didn't see in the Clone Wars series, an intimate moment between Maul and Savage Opress, where Maul, as we see, like Sam Witwer says, he didn't appreciate Savage enough. So at that moment, he is thinking of how he failed his brother, a conversation perhaps where he regrets how he couldn't save him from Palpatine and how he actually treated him. So that's one possibility of Savage Opress coming back, and that's in a form of a memory. But there's also, as we know, a new form, a new way of him coming back, and Ahsoka's Season 1 pretty much showed you what we needed to know, that the dead could be back, albeit in, Frankenstein form or in a zombie form, but he could be back. And with dark magic from Star Wars, with Dathomirian witches, why not? Something could be done where Savage Opress perhaps could come back in the series. Now, we see that one thing's for sure, that Savage Opress was actually amplified. His powers were amplified by dark magic, because the moment Sidious kills him, the dark magic just leaves Savage's body, which means that, it could be put in again. With magic, Maul was also fixed, and Maul came to his senses. So we don't really know the real possibilities of what can be done with magic from the Dathomirian witches. What actually could be achieved? Could they bring back a character from the dead? First of all, we need to talk about also his body. We don't know what happened to Savage Opress's body. It's never addressed again. Possibly Sidious just left his corpse to rot on Mandalore where he killed him, but they could have collected him as well, so we might get an answer in Maul Shadowlord. Either way, there's a lot of other cameos that I also want to talk about, more specifically, the one I'm mostly excited about outside of Savage Opress, which is, of course, Vader. So let's talk about the Rebels scene that actually proves Darth Vader will make a cameo. So this is what Maul says when he meets up with not only Ezra, but Kanan and Ahsoka too.
But we have little time. The one they call Vader will be here soon.
How do you know this?
His dogs will tell him where we are. Two Jedi and a part-timer.
Don't worry, we have another scene, but I just wanted to say that you see how he knows this is after his series, this is after Maul Shadow Lord. So how does Maul know that these cronies, these Inquisitors, will go call for the higher-ups, which means Darth Vader? He knows by experience, of course, because the 11th brother and Merrick, after facing Maul, they will go ahead and call for the higher-ups, which means Darth Vader. Even the Emperor is mentioned by the Inquisitors. So if the Emperor personally has sent these Inquisitors, then we know that after the Inquisitors comes Darth Vader. But we also have another scene from Rebels immediately after he says that about the Inquisitors. This is what he says about Vader.
Why are you working so hard to keep us here?
I cannot defeat Vader alone.
So there you have it, folks. The proof is in the pudding. Darth Maul literally says from experience that he gained in the show. So it's Maul Shadow Lord, and then years later it will be Star Wars Rebels. This is the timeline. Maul knows that these cronies, these Inquisitors, will go call for Darth Vader, and then when Vader shows up, he literally tells Ahsoka, Kanan, and Ezra that he cannot handle Darth Vader by himself. How does he know this? Well, of course, he knows this because he has already tussled a little bit with Darth Vader before I imagine he escaped the grip of Darth Vader somehow. We will see that in the show. But the mere fact that he is losing face, you have to realize how proudful Darth Maul is. I mean, he is an egomaniac, and even he had to bend the knee to Darth Vader and tell Ahsoka, Ezra, and Kanan, tell these Jedi remnants that I actually am scared of Darth Vader. If he shows up, I will need help. Can you imagine how hard this is for Darth Maul to admit? But he has to admit it because he knows that even in his prime, which will be, I think Maul Shadow Lord will be like his prime timeline, at the end of the day he knows that he has no match for Darth Vader. And of course, he wasn't a match for Anakin to begin with, but they never actually met, even during the Clone Wars, which is a complete tragedy. Let's move on to the other topic, which is the other Jedi that we see. So we see a Twi'lek Jedi and another like hidden Jedi that actually explodes at one point because he is suffering and he is saving someone. The trailer is too fast to actually decode that other Jedi, but we see that they are accompanied by other people, and the Jedi and these people are being persecuted by the Empire, which means that they are already activating the hidden path, which we see in the Obi-Wan series. And in the Obi-Wan series, they show that even Quinlan Vos is involved with the hidden path. But in the Bad Batch, Rex is already heavily involved not only with saving people, but saving his clone brothers too. And this, of course, comes to the last realization that in the Maul Shadow Lord series, we might get to see Captain Rex too. And I really hope that Dave Filoni has not forgotten about Commander Cody. This is kind of a perfect scenario for me that I want to see in Maul Shadow Lord. But of course, this is why I said in the beginning, I would love to know what you guys think too, so talk to me down below in the comments. And thank you so much for watching.